Jungkook is your possessive best friend. He always protects and guards you from other boys. You find it funny because you felt he behaves like a strict big brother, but you were okay with it because other than his possessive behavior, he is a cute little bunny. You decided to go on a date but didn't tell Jungkook. You were very much aware of his behavior. You are 19, but until now you never dated anybody and you are a single. It's all because of that best friend of yours. You are Park Wyan and you got a pervert hot big brother Park Jimin. He's the coolest person you have ever seen. He's the one who arranged a date for you. What a lovely brother. His girlfriend is none other than Jeon Taehi, your best friend and Jungkook's sister. They have been together since high school. Poor you, still single. But today is your lucky day. You are going on your first date. You were dancing with your date until that possessive friend of yours decided to show up. He punched that hot date of yours and dragged you from there. You never saw him like this and you were terrified. Wyan's point of view. Parking the car near my home, he walked out, dragged me inside and threw me on my bed. Getting ties from my closet, he tied my hands and legs at the four sides of my bed, making my fear to increase so much. He is so into something which I really don't want to happen. Jungkook, what are you doing, Kook? I screamed, but a slap on my face made my tears to occur. Did he really slap me? Jungkook's point of view. Seeing Wyan dancing with her date made my blood boil. Seeing them being so close to one another, as in like how I was with her, so damn woke up the beast inside me. I walked with heavy fast steps to pull her just as they were about to kiss. My rage was uncontrollable as my hand landed straight at his jaw, probably breaking it. But what made my anger even rise was Wyan going to see if he's okay. The worst mistake Wyan made. Worst mistake. Wyan's point of view. His eyes showed no emotions except for anger and rage. His lips held a smirk, but of a different kind, an evil smirk. His hands holding my hair in a tight grip, pulling my hair from the scalp. It burns me. His face so close to mine with an evil chuckle. Oh darling, you shouldn't have done that. Poor you, gonna get the punishment including his. Within a second, my dress was on the floor, ripped in pieces as my bare body was in display to his hungry eyes. Baby girl, you look so hot like this. And this, he slapped my stomach. And this, he slapped my melons. And this, all belongs to me, only me, slapping my face as he shouted the last words. Cook, please, it hurts. It really does, as I got another slap on my face again. Removing his belt, he turned my body as my face was in pillow. A flash of a sound passed my ears as my body pained like hell. He's spanking me so hardly. Now count, baby girl, count as I spank. Counting like he said, my cries muffled in the pillow below. I received extra spanks as he couldn't hear what I said. Then he turned me around. Now be a good girl, keep quiet and take this. Saying so, he swung the belt on my thighs and a scream of pain left my lips. Ah, Jungkook! Shut it! A slap to my face as he stuffed my mouth with my thrown dress. Not behaving, I see. Now this is what happens to bad girls. A swing of about 25 belt slaps I got from him as my stomach and thighs have its marks. This is for being friend with that guy. This is for going out with him. This is for dancing with him. This is for giving him permission to touch what's mine. A harsh belt slap. Now, where are we? You shouldn't have done that, my love. Now see what's happening to you. Tears ran down my already wet cheeks as the pain from my body makes me feel dizzy. Are you a good girl, my Wyan? He asked as I kept quiet cause I'm out of energy. Are you, Wyan? he demands with his deep voice as I slowly nod my head in response. A huge smile spread his face as he removed my tears with his thumb. Not having enough power, my eyelids started to close, but his words made them short open. This ain't over, my love. The punishment just starts now. What's he gonna do now? Isn't it enough to torture me? Standing up, he discarded his clothes and hovered over my tight body. Getting the signs, I struggled with the power left in me only to get slapped again. Don't even try, YN. He kissed me roughly as I turned my face to left and right. His hand slapped my swollen broken hand, emitting a cry from me as he took it as an invitation to put his tongue in my mouth. Oh baby, hope you enjoy this, were his last words. Jungkook's point of view. The morning sunlight flashing my face stirred me from my sleep. The soreness in my body halted my movements, but it was so blurry that nothing happened yesterday came to my mind. Ignoring the pain, I stretched my hands to get touched by some soft skin. Oh God, did I bet someone yesterday? Cursing internally, I turned with a sigh just to get my breathing stopped. There was my YN tied in ropes as her wrists are in dark red color, her body full of red and purple bruises, lying naked. Her lips capped with dry blood, but mainly her face. Just blank, no emotions, nothing. Her always beautiful eyes now emotionless. Tears running down her eyes, but no sob or any sound coming from her. Eyes staring me, stabbing my heart. What have I done? YN? With fast moves, I untied the ropes around her wrist. Did I do this to her? Oh God, please don't tell me that Seeing the area in between her thighs made my eyes go wide. My nightmare became real. I did do her. Tears gathered in my eyes. Guilt eating me out as I beat myself for the most stupid thing I did to my only loved one. Oh my God, what have you done, Cook? Taehee's voice echoed inside the room as she had a panicked face, rushing to YN's side and embracing her. Even seeing Taehee, YN made no movements as tears streamed down Taehee's face, seeing all the bruises on YN's body. I'm sorry, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know. I yelled as loud as possible. I can't handle seeing YN like this, like a dead person. But I'm the reason for her to be like this. My right cheek stung as Taehee slapped it hard. I deserved that. I ruined and broke her best friend. Get out! Get out right now! Taehee screamed, holding on to YN tightly as she cried out loud. Hearing her cry, Jimin ran inside just to stand still, seeing YN in this condition. His eyes wide and hand covered his mouth as he eyed YN and then me. His face shows disappointment as I held my head low. Cook, get out, was the only words he said with a stern look as I hurriedly wore my clothes and was walking out, but stood at the doorway and looked at YN, at least wanting to see a disgusted look from her. But no, I really did broke her. Out! Jimin screamed as I cried and walked away with a heavy heart. Never will I get forgiveness from YN, or will I forgive myself for what I did. Taehee's point of view. Shouting at Cook to get out, I hurriedly covered her body as Jimin stood like a statue with his eyes gone wide. His tears shed his cheeks as my face was wet with the same. How can Cook do this? I feel ashamed to call him as my brother. I despise him now. YN baby? I slowly shook her just to get no response. No movement or no eye contact. Her bruises look so red as I can feel the pain she's going through. Baby, dress her. We will take her to a doctor, Jimin advised as he slowly approached YN and sat beside her with her hands in his. YN, please look at me. He pleaded with a soft voice just to get no reply. YN? Hurts, was the word she whispered as her eyes swelled with tears. Jimin's point of view. Reaching the place where my friend Seokjin is, we got off and I walked straight to his room to inform him about the situation. "Oh no, lay her down!" he shouted and cleared the place to lay YN down. "Please stay out, I'll check her," he says with a serious look as we both obeyed his words. After about 45 minutes, we heard the room open and Seokjin walking out with a sad face. She is severely beaten, choked. Her bruises are so severe as it will take at least 3 weeks to heal, and I think she is in post-trauma effects, not talking with anyone. I don't know what to say. Jungkook's point of view. 1 week later. The past week was horrible as I say. The guilt within me ate me alive. After Jimin scolded and told me to get out, I walked straight home and cried my heart out. Jealousy is a very bad feeling as it makes a human do anything, and that's what happened to me that night. Seeing my YN in other man's arms, how cruel of me to lay hands on that pure soul. YN's point of view. 3 months later. Thoughts of that night haunted my life till this day. How can he do that to me? Why did he do that? More than angry, I was disappointed. He could have talked, but no. "Hello, darling, please come and eat," my neighbor auntie called me. Eating the delicious food, I felt a little trouble. "You okay?" Auntie asked, keeping her spoon down and catching my body as my eyes closed and met with darkness. Jimin's point of view. "Hello, please come to Goodsville's hospital." YN fainted and I have admitted her. Hearing her words, me and Taehi got ready and drove to the said hospital. YN's family, a nurse asked as we got up and went inside the doctor's room. "Well, does Miss YN have any boyfriend?" the doctor asked. "No," Taehi answered, looking a little uneasy. "Miss YN is pregnant." Jimin's and Taehi's face was washed with pure shock. "Doctor, are you really sure? It can be mistaken." "I'm 100% sure she's pregnant." "Oh God! Does YN know about this, doctor?" "No, she's resting now." "Can we say that, doctor, please? I don't want YN to get panic attacks again." "Yeah, sure. Thank you, doctor." YN's point of view. Walking inside my room, I made them both to sit down and cool for a minute. Seeing their uneasy faces gives an unpleasant feeling to me. "YN, just be calm, okay? Please don't panic," she said with a very low voice as she took hold of my right hand and Jimin in left. "Is something terribly wrong with me?" "YN, it's just... You're pregnant, YN." Jimin sighed deeply. My whole world broke down after my realization. I'm pregnant. I'm goddamn pregnant with that man's child. "YN?" Taehi shook me as I was lost in my thoughts. "It's okay, we're here for you." And that's the time I let my tears stream down. I'm pregnant and I'm alone in this. How am I going to take care of my child? I'm literally unfit to take care of myself. What am I going to do? Jimin's point of view. "Please don't call Cook," YN said for the first time in 3 months. It was so surprising and heartbreaking at the same time. "Please don't. He'll demand me to abort the baby. Please don't." I felt so bad for YN, but Jungkook should know about this and he should be responsible for his mistake. YN should not be the only one to suffer. It's his fault and he should pay for it. Jungkook's point of view. Entering the house, I saw Jimin and Taehi. My eyes searched for that kind soul which I hurted. I can hear a faint sound of someone crying. Is YN crying? Jimin motioned me to sit. "Jungkook, I don't know how to say this." "What's wrong? Please tell me." I plead to hear. "She's pregnant, Cook. YN is pregnant." "Cook, I don't care about you, but I care for YN. A lot. She's carrying your baby. And you do know that. I don't want any excuses nor any blame. You will take the responsibility for your actions and you will help her to raise the baby. Wayan's point of view. I never thought my best friend could do something horrible like this to me. Now I'm pregnant with his baby. I'm sure if I tell him this news, he will surely make me kill the baby. And I will never let this happen. I know you don't want one now, but what happened is happened. And we can't change that. It's your fault that she's into this mess. And you're the one who's gonna repair that mistake. She has been crying for a long time, thinking that you will demand her to abort it. She's afraid of you, Cook. So please take the responsibility of the baby. She needs a baby, Cook. She's already in love with the baby. Please don't hurt her anymore. Jimin said with a very desperate tone as he had tears in his eyes. The crying sound of Wayan crushes my heart, and thinking about that, it's all my fault. I was the one who did her. I was the one who got her pregnant, and I should be responsible for that. And I'm willing to be. I don't want a baby now, but with Wayan, I don't care. I'll take care of her and my baby till my whole life. I'll marry her, Jimin. His face was confused as he had his mouth wide open. What? I'll marry her and be responsible for my baby. I want Wayan in my life, and if it's with the baby, my baby, I'll happily marry her and raise a child with her. Are you aware of your sayings? This isn't a joke, Cook. This is so serious. And I'm serious, Jimin. I'll marry Wayan and raise the baby with her. Cook, it's not about repairing your mistake. If you marry Wayan and you're not happy in this married life, it will also affect the baby. Think before you do. I'll ask Wayan and seek for her permission. If she's okay, then I'll marry her. And moreover, I like her for a very long time. It's true, I liked Wayan since the first meet. Cook, please Jimin, I'll do what's best for both of us. Now, can I see her? I asked very impatiently as he took some time to think. Entering her room, my heart fell to my stomach, seeing Wayan crying in Taehee's shoulders. Taehee, Jimin called, getting both the females' attention. But seeing me, Wayan's face showed pure fear. It hurt to see your loved ones getting afraid of you, but it's my fault. No, Wayan whispered, then started to shout at me to get out while hugging Taehee tightly to cover her. Tears ran down my face, seeing my bubbly charming girl like this. But past is past, and now I'm gonna solve all the problems and try to start a new life with her. Wayan, I called out with careful steps towards her. She covered her stomach as if protecting the baby from me. Please don't hurt me. I beg you, please spare this baby. Wayan begged with her teary eyes. Please. Wayan, will you marry me? I asked straight to the point. Her eyes met mine as I stayed serious with my words. She was lost as her eyes searched mine for truth. Will you marry me, Wayan? Please, I want the baby, our baby. Please, I'm so sorry for whatever happened. But please forgive me. Now it's my turn to cry out loud. With gentle hold, I took her hand in mine and cried on that. Please, Flower, forgive me. Please, I beg you. I cried desperately. I'm sorry for that night. I wasn't in the state of mind. I have gone insane. I slapped myself hard. I don't know what happened to me. Please, I promise I won't hurt you again. Please forgive me and give me another chance. Please, Wayan, please. I cried like a baby in her hand. Seeing my state, she caressed my hair a little and looked at me hard as if understanding my words and then shook her head. She's not okay with marrying me? Please, Wayan. Cook, I don't know. Take your time. I won't rush you. But please marry me. I like you and please give me the chance to raise our baby together. Her eyes gone wide with my confession. You like me? I liked you for a very long time. I said the truth as she held her head low. I promise to take care of you both, please. Okay. Wait, what? She agreed? What? I asked again to confirm. Okay, I'll marry you. Really? Really. Jungkook's point of view. The day came with bright sun and windy air. My wedding day with my YN. Standing at the altar, seeing the happy faces of people gathered here to witness my marriage gives me goosebumps. I heard the music for my bride's entry. Beautiful is an understatement if I say, as I cannot take my eyes from that adorable woman walking down the aisle with purple flowers in her hand. The half-shoulder lace white wedding dress did a great job of making my YN to shine brightly among the other ones here. Tears gathered in my eyes looking at my future wife and mother of my child as she passed a genuine smile my way. Do you, John Jungkook, take Park YN as your lawful wedded wife? I do. No hesitation, I really do. Do you, Park YN, take Jeon Jungkook as your lawful wedded husband? Her eyes scanned my face and then at the crowd. Lowering her head, she mumbled, I do. With the power invested in me, I declare you both as man and wife. You may now kiss your bride. The most turned moment to kiss my wife, pulling her gently towards me and removing the veil from her face. I cupped her warm crimson cheeks with my big hands and made her face me. My wife, I whispered as YN smiled and nodded. Yes, my husband, replied her plump lips as chuckles escaped from the both of us. I'm gonna kiss you now, my wife. Okay, my husband. With a lovely smile, I smashed my lips to hers and sealed the promise of her being my wife. The minute her lips touched mine, the whole body of mine had a shock. This feeling is so overwhelming. YN broke the kiss first to get some air, but me being the stubborn bunny again dived for another kiss. The whole crowd clapped and cheered for us, but we both got lost in the kiss, in the gentle love-filled kiss. Hey Cook, let her breathe for her sake, man, Taehi shouted among the crowd. Obeying her words, I pulled away slightly, but was pecking her lips again and again. Can't get enough of her. Let's have a fun-filled and love-filled life together, Mrs. Jeon. YN's point of view. The wedding evening was full of dance and songs. Our friends dancing in pairs as the vocal was singing his heart out. Me sitting on the chair with a plate to fill mine and Fluffball's hunger, with an arm wrapped around my waist as Bunny sat beside me, eating with his tattooed hand. You're done? You want more? Jungkook interrogated, seeing my now empty plate, shaking my head in denial. You ate so little, YN. Wait, I'll get some more. No! I screamed with a tight grip on his wrist. It's already my third plate as he forcefully made me eat. I'm sure my stomach will burst if I eat anymore. The band played some song for the wedding couple to dance, and being the energetic bunny my husband is, dragged me to the dance floor. His arms around my waist in a tight protection while mine around his neck. YN? Look at me. His voice was so low and deep as he placed his fingers under my chin. We both stood like a statue, staring or being lost in each other's eyes. The loud clap of crowd screaming at us to kiss brought us back to the real time. Blinking my eyes in embarrassment, I stood there next to him. Kiss! 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 The crowd screamed even louder, and being helpless, I nodded at Cook, who took the mission into success, kissing me passionately with his eyes closed and arms tight around me. Breaking the kiss, he again dived to peck my lips again and again, getting a playful slap from me. Soon the crowd went away, as Cook dragged my hands into his and walked with little steps. Walking further away, we stood under a big tree decorated with golden lights standing out among other trees. Jungkook's point of view. It's beautiful, Jungkook. It looks so romantic. Sure it is, my beautiful red rose. Caressing her red cheeks and picking her cheeks, to which she flinched a little. I'm sorry, immediately came my apology. But my YN just smiled and shook her head. No, I'm sorry. It's just I can't come around with things immediately. Can we please forget it? I want to start a fresh life, not carrying any baggage from the past. In a stern voice came the sentence from my wife, and who am I to disobey her? Nodding my head, we both stayed there for a few minutes, just enjoying each other's company away from the crowd. I hope you trust me soon, and I'll work hard to gain your trust, my YN. I whispered and placed a kiss on her forehead. Smiling, she nodded and hugged me as I fell into this deep, warm feeling swelling in my heart. YN's point of view. 2.5 months later, I'm around 3 months pregnant, living happily with my husband. True to his words, he did take care of me so well and worked really hard to gain my trust. Not gonna lie, but I find it so sincere and cute. Our night talks, cuddling on the bed, our cute little post-wedding dates, his way of caring for me, all so pretty to see. And as a result, he did get my trust back. Even now, he is cuddling me like a baby koala, kissing my neck in sleep or tightening his arms around my slight baby bump protectively. The slight guilty feeling doesn't disappear, as Jungkook being so open with me, he shares everything, talks about his works and problems, but I never share anything with him. Jungkook? Yeah? I wanna say something, can I? As an answer, he just kissed my cheek, and with that I started. My parents died when I was 10, and I was brought up with my brother. I know, YN, he replied, caressing my baby bump. Yeah, it's just, I didn't get the love from my parents. I kinda always earned for that love, Jungkook. Sure, my brother did grew me with his unconditional love, but it isn't equal to a mother's or father's love. Seeing other students bringing their parents to the meetings in school or during celebration, I envy them. I was jealous of the love they are getting from their mother. I miss my parents so much during those times. Tears stained my face while Jungkook looked at me now fully awake. My college life, I didn't think much about my parents, but during graduation, seeing parents hugging their child, kissing them, giving them gifts and all, crushed my heart and wished that I had my parents with me. Hiccup stopped my sentence. Jungkook rushed to get me a water bottle and made me drink it while hugging me from behind. I want our child to get both the parents' love, Jungkook. I have suffered enough, and I don't want my child to be like me, even for a second. That's the reason I agreed to marry you in the first place. I'm sorry for that. Turning around, I hugged him tightly. I'm sorry, Jungkook. I didn't trust you before. Jungkook's point of view. YN did say about her parents' death before, but I didn't know about her sufferings. Her words brought tears in my eyes, but being a man, I shouldn't cry. But her last words made my body too stiff. She never trusted me before, and what about now? You trust me, YN? I asked with seriousness dripping in each word. Her face was crimson red due to crying and because of pregnancy. Damn, my YN is stunning. Yes, came a whisper from my wife's lips as a genuine smile danced her face. Say again? I asked to confirm, and seeing her nodding her head cutely made my heart to swell with her cuteness and pride. I trust you, my husband, more than anyone, was her answer as a single tear slid down her cheek. Pulling her into a hungry kiss, I poured all my passion into that, conveying all my love for her. Breaking the kiss, caressing her cheeks, kissing her forehead, both the cheeks, eyes, nose, and lastly her delicious lips. I love you, baby. I confessed my love to her. I love you too, so much. God blessed us with an adorable baby girl. I never found out my best friend's love towards me until all these things happened. But today I can proudly say, best friends make best couples. Jungkook is such an amazing husband and also a more amazing father. I love my happy family. Hi guys, many of us are lucky to have both our parents with us. Is any of my dear one brought up by a single parent? I personally can't feel what you're going through, but always remember, if we don't have something, we can make it. Just like Ryan in our story, we can make good parents. Always be thankful for God for what He gave us. We are missed, and I personally will be there for any of you to share your feelings. Thank you for watching my video. Bye. Have a nice day.